So when are y'all gonna wake up and start acting like what you think you are?
What's up? Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching. Hold on, let me fix this. It's Ronnie. If this is your first time to the channel, if you're watching this on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button in which you could be notified on a daily and weekly basis of the information that I'll be providing you to solely document not only my journey and whatever it is I am personally doing online, but any value I may provide you to help cut the learning curve or help you scale that which you are already doing in your online business. Anyhow, what I want to do today is, now you may be seeking an opportunity, which that is not why I am here. Rather, what I want to do is provide some information slash like inspiration sort of kind of thing, in which will help you, you know, in your beginning stages when a lot of people you get nervous or you shy away from when they tell you you have to recruit or you have to go out and find qualified people. And so for whatever, if you're in like multi-level marketing, you know, and it's based on like people, the number of people, which really any business is geared around people. But as far as like recruiting versus, you know, having an actual product of some sort in which you actually use and does more things and has more benefits, so to speak, rather than just looking for, you know, people, you know, it's more of a value aspect, so to speak, is where I'm coming from. But don't worry about it, because the good thing is it's not so much in how many people, you know, for the most part, it's more of the quality that is within those people. And so what I'm pretty much saying is it doesn't take a lot of people to make a big impact. It only takes a small amount of people, but you could have a lot of quality. And I have a story in which I'm going to tell you how that resonates with what I'm talking about. I overheard this on the TV, actually. A lot of you guys may know the story about the war and Andrew Jackson and things of that nature, which is, you know, another video talking about the difference between something else like general knowledge and special knowledge, which is maybe something you heard of if you read the book. What is it? It's not Think and Grow Rich. It's I'll let you guys know when I figure it out. But anyway, the story about Andrew Jackson, and what I found interesting is that, for one, he only had about 40,000 men. So we're going to put Andrew Jackson, the Americans, versus the British. And Andrew Jackson only had 45,000 men, I believe. You know, this number don't quote me, it's not exact, but it's just a general, you know, number that was stated. The British, on the other hand, they had 6,000 ships. And then they had like 60,000 men. Now, you obviously see the difference broken down. Consider that to be like the British had 3-to-1 men that Andrew Jackson had. But Andrew Jackson had a different approach, because although the British had more people and they had more people, Andrew Jackson had a strategy. But before that, he had his mentality was that he had already won the war. And the side note is, actually, there was actually a treaty at the time that had already been signed in progress, but before it reached the destination it had to go, the war had already taken place. But anyway, Andrew Jackson already knew that he had won the war, so his mindset was right. His mindset was right. Second, he knew how many people he had, but that didn't concern him with what he was up against, because he knew he needed quality. And a little story about this would be considered, he had like a whole bunch of different people on his army from all different places. And to relate to that, think of that as like, say, the hockey team, the Golden Knights, how I guess they were like underdogs from different places that they didn't get the recognition, but a coach put a team together and developed them with quality and strategy. And that's another thing Andrew Jackson had, was strategy. Now, his plan in order to execute all of this required, it was difficult, you know. They were carrying all of their equipment over to the battlefield, which was a long journey. It was through a swamp, which was like the biggest swamp in the world or something like that. But he first had the mindset. He then had the quality of, you know, skill. He had to develop his men to have quality out of the little he had. He then had a strategy in which to execute his plan. And so he had to leverage what he had in order to win the war. So his strategy was based on the placing of New Orleans, which is where they were going. He had it to where the British had to come uphill in order to reach his army. So what they did was they found a way to where they could narrow the path of the British in which they could go, but at the same time they had to come uphill. You know what I mean? And so it was like 10 days, a 10-day war. And that's just an example for a story, an example for those of you who may be scared and like, I don't know how to, you know, you're just overwhelmed and you're thinking about the fact of you having to go out and find people to find your product or find your service. And so what you need to focus on is just start with 1, 2, 3, have a number, okay? Say for whatever reason your product is $50 and your commission is $20 a month or something like that. So you know, in order to reach a certain number, in order to reach $2,000, $4,000 a month, you need 200 people. So that's your number. 200 is your number, okay? So you still need to start with number 1 and just focus on the quality of the person in which you want to partner with, and then focus on the value. Your mindset needs to be right first. Then focus on the quality of not only the people and the partnerships you want to develop, but focus on the quality in which you provide. So, you know, you got to continue to educate yourself, make mistakes, go through you know, ups and downs to figure out what works, what doesn't work. You also need a strategy in order to effectively execute your plan, a daily method of operation, things that you do on an everyday basis, and which will accumulate to an effect in which, you know, eventually will attract, you know, what it is that you actually are going towards. You know what I'm saying? Which is your number. Now, in order to have mindset, quality, strategy, and figure out what your number is, there's a few things you could do. You could, you know, do it yourself. You could work on mindset, personal development every morning. You know, you could seek education, things of that nature. Continue to self-educate yourself. You could figure out a way to, you know, reach out to people on the daily basis, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it. And, you know, this number right here, how long the war was, you know, that just depends on, you know, how long you decide to continue to go on that journey to execute that mission on your own. Or you could get a coach, and that'll definitely cut the learning curve. Now, it's still going to take time. But you definitely will see the value once you actually have, you know, what it is that you need in order to reach that next threshold in your business or opportunity. So I definitely hope you found value in this. I really hope you did. Continue to just execute and you know, envision where it is that you want to be every single day. Visualize it, feel it mentally, and know that you are greater than your current situation. You know, and if you are finding yourself not having any of these things in your business that you're starting, and you need a coach, you could either, you know, partner with me in what I'm doing and get the live coaching twice a week and whatnot. Reach out to me to find more about that. But on the other hand, I definitely wish that you found value in this, because you know, that was the general knowledge I did not have, which was music to my ears, but also I know someone else may find value in this as well. So thank you for coming through again. If this is your first time on the channel, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to that channel. If you're watching this on my blog, you could connect with me on Facebook at one of the home tabs at the top of the website. And until then, peace.